So picture this. You've got a city that's in a real crisis. I mean, basic services are failing left and right. And just when things seem to hit rock bottom, what's the government's big solution? It's not to fix the problems everyone's facing. Nope. It's to ask for 1,000 crore rupees to build a brand new, shiny city right next door. This is the bizarre reality playing out in Shillong, and it really is a tale of two completely different futures.
Okay, just look at the timing here, because it's kind of hard to believe. From December 10th to the 13th, the entire city of Shillong has no water. We're talking a complete system collapse. Then, just 3 days later, the government announces it's looking for 1,000 crore rupees, not to fix the pipes, not to get the water running again, but for a brand new city. The whiplash is just staggering.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's the question on everyone's mind. If you can't even manage to get water to the city you already have, why on earth would you try to build a new one from scratch? It's a huge question, and we're going to try to unpack it.
To really get what's going on, you have to see these two parallel worlds that exist side by side. On one hand, you have this glossy, futuristic dream that's being sold, and on the other, you have the decaying reality people are living with every single day.
So you've got the vision for New Shillong. Shiny IT parks, perfectly planned neighborhoods, smooth transport. It's the whole futuristic package. But then you look at the reality of Old Shillong, and it's a totally different story. That 4-day water crisis? That wasn't some random fluke. It's just part of a bigger pattern of failing infrastructure, from roads full of potholes to a waste system that's pretty much given up. Let's just zoom in on one of these issues for a second. Waste. The scale of this problem is absolutely staggering. A whopping 98% of the city's garbage is just dumped, untreated into landfills. Only 2%, actually gets processed. This isn't just a management problem, it's a full-blown environmental crisis unfolding right now.
And here's the bottom line, right? The government is showing that it can't handle the basic needs of its 400,000 residents. And yet, the grand plan is to build a whole new city for another 300,000 people. The logic just doesn't add up. And when the logic doesn't make sense, well, that's when you have to start following the money.
Right. So if things feel off, the next step is a classic one, isn't it? You follow the money. Let's take a look at what the city's priorities really are when you put them down in black and white. This chart just lays it all out there. That first bar, that's the 1,000 crore rupees they want for just phase 1 of the new city. But then look at the second bar. The estimated total to fix the urgent issues in Old Shillong, water, waste, roads, is about 1,700 crore. That money for the dream could make a huge dent in the real-life nightmare.
And look, these aren't just random numbers. They know what this stuff costs. 500 crore to upgrade the water system, 200 crore to build the waste plants they so desperately need, 1,000 crore for a real road overhaul. These are concrete problems with known price tags, and they're being sidelined for this brand new project.
And here is the real kicker. Even if everything goes perfectly, nobody's going to be living in this new city for at least 15 to 20 years. People are dealing with problems today, right now. And the big solution they're being offered is 2 decades away. So you have to ask, why? Why would you choose this path? Well, this brings us to what you might call the Build New playbook. And it turns out there's a reason governments all over the world sometimes find it way more attractive to start over from scratch than to deal with the mess they already have. In fact, this is so common that urban planners actually have a name for it: capital city syndrome. It's this well-known pattern where the appeal of a big, grand, new project is just too much to resist, especially compared to the difficult, unglamorous work of fixing what's broken. It lets you sidestep old problems and jump right into new opportunities and new contracts.
And when you dig into it, you see 4 main reasons this happens. 1. Land deals. Huge projects mean huge opportunities for commissions. 2. Construction contracts. We're talking incredibly lucrative deals. 3. It's just great politics. You get to make big announcements, cut ribbons, the whole shebang. And maybe the most important of all, it lets you escape accountability. You just change the subject from all the failures in the old city.
But this strategy is so incredibly risky. History is just littered with these ambitious new cities that ended up as super expensive ghost towns. I mean, look at Amaravati in India, a half-built dream that's now mostly abandoned. Or Naypyidaw in Myanmar, a gigantic city with massive infrastructure but almost no people. It's all hardware, no soul.
All of this forces us to ask a final, really uncomfortable question about what this all actually means for the future of Shillong and the people who live there.
One critic of the project put it in a way that just sticks with you. They asked, are we building a lifeboat while deliberately sinking the ship? It's a haunting thought, isn't it? Is this new city just an escape hatch for a select few, while the main ship, the one carrying 400,000 people, is just left to sink from neglect?
Now, the official justification you'll hear is that Old Shillong's problems are just too complex to fix. You know, it's messy, it's got legacy issues, so it's just easier to start fresh. But that logic has a massive flaw. The very same system, the same leadership that failed the old city, is going to be in charge of the new one.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. If you strip away all the money and the politics, this is a story about responsibility. And it isn't just about Shillong. It asks a much bigger, more universal question. What happens when a city's leaders seem to give up on the city itself? And what happens to the people who get left behind?